Hey guys, so today's video is a mini tea type video where I'm gonna go over a lot of stories that I've gathered over the last week or so, because it took a while for me to build up enough to film one video, so that's really cool. Instagram, Twitter, I changed my handles now, so it's new and I had to change it in my descriptions. I'm still not done with all the descriptions, but all my recent videos have the new links in them, because when you change the handle, the link changes as well, which is really annoying, and I just didn't think of it when I was doing it. But we're here now and there's no going back. So second channel is on over 100k now. We're on like almost 103k, which is so great because we literally started this channel like a month and a half ago. So in a month and a half we got over 100k. The videos are doing incredible. You guys are super supportive and I really enjoy it. But if you don't know that I have a second channel, it's in description and you can subscribe and you can join the second channel vibe. It's a much different vibe than here. So let's get into the tea. Let's start with the oldest to the newest. That's kind of how I like to do it. So Bretman Rock recently has he like said that he has a boyfriend, but he doesn't want to show who his boyfriend is because, you know, privacy reasons. But they are in Hawaii and they both have bright blue hair, and they took a picture where it's covering obviously his boyfriend's face, but that you can see that they both have super blue hair. And apparently people in Hawaii have seen them together, so they have seen Bretman Rock's boyfriend, and people are like, aren't you scared that people in Hawaii will start looking around for a blue haired boy and take a picture of him? And he was like, no, it's fine, no one's done it yet. And then apparently, don't look for it, someone filmed a TikTok of them like walking into a restaurant or out of a restaurant or something. So it's just really sad that that had to happen, because this could have been like a Hawaii secret where like he's got this boyfriend that only people in Hawaii have seen. So people are always going to ruin the fun for others, and that's just how the internet works. Next, Gabby Hanna recently posted this TikTok where she is like writing different insults that hate that she's received on the internet in the last few months, a year or so. And it's things like, there was one obviously about her having like a big nose or something, which I don't think is something that anyone should be saying to her. Like if you're calling her ugly or saying she's got a big nose or saying just mean things about the way she looks, then there's something wrong with you. But then there's some on there that I'm like, it's not a lie though, is it? Like she wrote like manipulative on her cheek, which there have been instances of her being super manipulative to her fans and everyone else. So I just think, yes, there's some things that are hate and bullying, but then there's some things that are simply just people saying like, hey, can you not try to manipulate us into believing your little story? But that was that. People really went hard on her for that. Like in her TikTok comments, people were just like, yeah, you did this, but can you not? Or like, well, some of these are true. And then some people were saying that they feel bad for her, but then other people were saying none of this is really hate. This is all just criticism, or like, you know, like basically critiques of your personality that we have given you over the years that you just chose not to fix. But then that's not even the main part. Like people wanted me to really rip into her for this like fake deep post, because it's a fake deep post. It's a post that's supposed to make you feel bad. And if you then say any of those things to her from this point onwards, you are a bully, because she now told you that these are things that she is being bullied for. So if you now say this to her, if you call her manipulative or irrelevant, which she was supposed to say irrelevant, but she spelled out irrelevant on her forehead. If you call her any of those things now, you are essentially bullying her according to her. It's this weird fake deep post about bullying and cyberbullying and stuff. I don't know. Like, yeah, people on the internet are super mean and it gets super depressing for everyone, but everyone goes through it. And the thing is, the more you talk about how much you hate things that people say, the more they will say those things, because now they know that you hate it and that it like affects you. So yeah, I understand like expressing your feelings, but the thing is, expressing your feelings on the internet now just opens a floodgate of people mocking you and making it worse for you. So whenever something hurts my feelings, I tend to not really talk about it. I might mention one or two things, but I try to, as a whole, keep that to a minimum, because you're just fueling their hate. You're like giving them ammunition to hurt your feelings. So this whole thing is now just going to be more ammunition for people that hate Gabby Hanna to hate on her more and hurt her feelings more. Do you know what I mean? It's just like a cycle of hate. But that's not even what I wanted to talk about, because I got more screenshots about this than the other thing I'm going to talk about. And the other thing is so much more like interesting and weird. So it turns out that Gabby Hanna now has a stalker, which is just something that no one told me about. So she started tweeting about it. So she tweeted out saying, the worst part of having a stalker is the paranoia. It makes it hard to engage with fans because you never know if it's the person that hurt you behind the keyboard. You can block them time and time again, but they'll find a way. They always find a way. And then she tweets out saying, this is me pleading with you, knowing you're reading this. Please leave me alone. Leave my friends, family and fans alone. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you're looking for or waiting for. Please let me live in peace. And then someone replied to Gabby Hanna saying, she's been sending my friends and I threats to kill ourselves. I'm sorry, Gabby. And then they said, who is it, this account? And they tagged Gabby's baby 6262, which now actually has been deleted because when you go on it, it says it does not exist. So then Gabby Hanna tweets out saying, the most thing about stalkers, the less you want to do with them, the more obsessed they get. It's getting so scary and there's nothing I can do to keep this monster away from me and my young followers. Does anyone have any real advice on handling this? And Gabby's baby 6262 tweeted out saying, "I'm deleting this, but just know I'll have my revenge soon." And then there was a girl that replied to that saying, "Period," as if that's like a funny thing. I think this is super scary. I think just in general, I think some people have had conspiracy theories that she's like lying about the stalker and this is an account that she created to like make people feel bad for her, which is a super big conspiracy theory because like, I mean, yes, she did post this like fake deep video of herself like being bullied, and then this would be a great way to show that she's like being bullied and harassed. But would she go that far? No, I don't think so. And if she did, wow, insane. But I'm assuming this is like an actual person that just really hates her and is taking this whole thing too far. I think a lot of the times drama channels get a lot of for like this random person will pop up and they'll be like, "Oh well, if it wasn't for those pesky drama channels, this like psycho person wouldn't pop up." Yeah, they would. You just wouldn't have anyone to blame it on, and that's the tea. I'm gonna get into that when I speak about this other story because I'm sick and tired of it, but you know. So yeah, if this is like an actual stalker that is like changing accounts, that's super scary because they're pretending to be your stan, you're like communicating with them, and then it turns out to be the stalker that you're like afraid of. Yeah, I feel super bad for Gabby for this because like you don't deserve to have a stalker and you don't deserve to feel like you're in danger because you don't know who's behind this. This could be like a 15-year-old girl that like hates you and just wants to like troll you, or it could be a grown man. You just don't know. The next thing is Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star recently posted this on Instagram saying, "Scrolling through my phone and found these pics from a collab I was going to do in 2017 with Glam Glow for a face mask. Sadly, Estee Lauder, who owns them, tried to make me sign a contract and silence me from saying anything negative about any brand they owned in my reviews. I ended up cancelling the collab. What I want you to take from my experience is never compromise who you are for any amount of money, ever. Even though I love the brand, the bigger picture of their owner trying to silence me was so insulting and disrespectful. It still bothers me to this day." And I think Jeffree Star a lot of the time likes to post these things to make himself sound super real and honest and like he would never lie to you guys. He does this every single time where he does like a very negative review of a brand and then he uses that to be like, "See, I'm so real. I always keep it real." So when he starts talking about James Charles again, or Tati, or Davi, or anything else that he's been lying about lately, his fans are like, "Well, he always keeps it real. You see these reviews where he kept it so real." It's like just this like power play to be like, "I never lie. I'm so honest. I'm so real. See, I'm so real about everything else. So why would I lie about these things?" We've caught you lying many times. This thing just doesn't work on me anymore. It used to, it really did. When I was like, I think it was like 2018, 2017, where I was like, "Oh yeah, Jeffree Star's fine. He's really funny," and like, you know, and then I found out all the stuff that I found out about him and I was like, what? But he always made it sound like he was this super like real and honest YouTuber that would tell you all the tea about everyone. And then I found out that he's a compulsive liar, in my opinion, allegedly. So yeah, I just hate when he posts these like, "See, I like declined so much money so that I could keep it real with you guys." And then like all his fans are like, "Oh my God, our king, our Lord and Savior." And I'm like, do you not see he does this like every month? He's posting the same every month. Trisha Paytas recently posted a picture with her and Shane and Ryland. So she said, "I got a surprise while staying 6 feet apart, party of a lifetime though. Shane and Ryland's unconditional love and support is what family is all about. Thank you guys for being so thoughtful. This was the best birthday to date, hands down." And people are less than happy. So the responses include things like, "I really would like to hear why Shane supports her so much. He's someone who advocates for the LGBTQ community and mental health. She's disrespected both the trans and DID community by invalidating and mocking them. She's bullied, disassociated publicly. Does Shane think it's okay? This isn't a personal attack on Shane, it is literal. I would like to hear his thoughts on the situation. The Trisha and Shane stans can stop assuming this is malice now. Thank you." Then someone says, "I'm not surprised that people are dying and Trish is ignoring the issue, but I'm kind of disappointed in Shane and Ryland. Shane acts concerned about his health and maybe he is, but Trish goes out all the time and she could be a carrier and not know it. That's what video chat and mail are for." And then someone said, "If I'm correct, Shane tested positive to antibodies, so he will be likely fine if he gets it again. So it really just Ryland who should be concerned, but I doubt that this was posted to be like F social distancing." And someone said, "Even if you have antibodies, you can still carry and pass on the virus. Trisha constantly goes out, so they have the potential to infect a lot of people." And then someone else says, "And this is why I don't stand Shane anymore. He supports bad people." Then someone else said, "I was on the fence when he stayed by Tanner, but this just pushed me over the edge. My grandmother had to turn 97 alone because her nursing home locked down 3 months ago, but these guys get to break the rules. So unfair." And so on and so forth. So I'm getting from this is people are, like, people expect this from Trisha Paytas. People expect her to be a troll and mock groups of people that she's claiming to associate with or identify with. But then people are super disappointed in people like Shane, Ryland, Morgan, because they keep on almost publicly enabling Trisha to behave this way. Because if Trisha was just Trisha on her channel and she was doing all that troll stuff on her channel, that's like only her audience that gets exposed to that. But then if Shane comes along with a huge channel and keeps on enabling her, then it makes her feel like it's fine to keep on doing it because she then gets more attention from it. And then Morgan will film a video with her, which Morgan gets like 4 million views a video, which then also gives that platform to Trisha, and then she continues to be a troll. I mean, mean, Trisha's been around for the last like decade on YouTube and she hasn't fallen off yet, even though she's been problematic from the start, which just goes to show that she will grab onto any big YouTubers, try to get some of that platform, and then move on to the next one once they like get rid of her, if that makes sense. With the Vlog Squad and Shane Dawson and just a lot of people that she's filmed like collabs with, and it just continues to give her a platform and it continues to enable her very behavior. I'm hoping people are having conversations with her behind the scenes. I don't expect Shane to just kind of like completely cut himself off from his friend, but I would expect him to kind of have a conversation with her behind the scenes and just say like, you don't have to do all of this for money and views. You can just be yourself and not mock people. So I guess that's what people were kind of saying. They're like, we're kind of disappointed that Shane would enable her behavior like that. Jeffree Star also tweeted out saying, some people visit my past more than I do. I don't live there anymore, baby. I sold the whole building. Wow, he's such a relatable queen. He sold his past, you know, the racist, problematic, verging on criminal past, and we are the bad people for revisiting. He sold the whole building. Why are you still stuck on his past? We're the toxic ones. We really are. Like, we're horrible people for expecting people to not be horrible people. How dare we? How absolutely dare we question him on his friendships with multiple criminals? How dare we do that? He's over it, so we should be over it too. I'm sorry, Judge. I know I murdered someone 20 years ago, but how dare you bring up the evidence now and try to prosecute me for it? I sold the building. I'm over it. They're over it too, because they're dead. It blows my mind how he can say things like this, get 50,000 likes, and have his stance actually agree with him and be like, oh yeah, your racist past, we don't care. Your misogynistic past, we don't care. You associating yourself with criminals, we don't care. Go off, queen. The next thing is, I recently spoke about Rogan Tate, who is a British influencer, and she said that she had a close friend's Instagram story, like most people do, and then a public Instagram story. And on her close friend's Instagram story, she would post stuff that would then end up on hate forums that I've recently spoken about. So she would like narrow down who it was. So she would like start sending it to less and less people, and it would still end up on the forum. So she knew she was on the right track. So she narrowed it down to one person, and she posted something on her Instagram story that then ended up on the forum, and she knew that that was the person, and she called them out for it. Not publicly, but more just privately, I guess. And the girl, who is Becca, tweeted this like multiple paragraph essay about why she did what she did, which like there is no excuse. So she said, I'm aware in the last 24 hours there is a lot of gossip circulating online, and I wanted to take time to come on here, be as open as possible, and add clarity to the situation. A few years ago there was a gossip page about me, and I was addicted to reading it. It broke me. I know how awful these sites can make people feel. Recently, on talking with a friend about these sites, they informed me of someone who received similar hate to that of what I did. I read it, and that was that. I admired how much she continued to strive and didn't let it get in her way of her online presence. I hadn't read it again until maybe over a week ago, after seeing something she posted on her Instagram story really frustrated me. I was in the person's close friends list. We have spoken online a few times, met once or twice, but I assume it was a close friends list of other online people. I'm not sure. I made an awful choice and screenshot a photo of her queuing to go shopping and posted it on a site intended to upset people, to air my frustrations and see what others thought. The only thing I shared was that this person had been out unnecessarily shopping during lockdown. No private or personal information, nothing vicious, just a screenshot of their Instagram story post, showing that they were queuing to go to Home Bargains with the caption, I'm back baby. I was frustrated. I acted in the moment. I then responded to some of the questions from others and posted another few stories of them shopping again, and her reaction to her audience's annoyance at going on said shopping trips. Nothing ever nasty. However, it was not my place to share or comment, and it was unfair of me to contribute to the unkind comments that are posted on this forum. I absolutely shouldn't have been on there. I directly and privately reached out to her, explained and apologized, asked what I could do to make amends, and gave her my phone number to apologize, explain, not justify. I know I shouldn't have even read her page, let alone share a screenshot of her shopping, and also to make sure she was okay and if there was anything she wanted me to do. I deserve to feel guilt and utmost regret about what I did, and I really do. Unfortunately, she has since blocked me, which is understandable, but this prevents me from contacting her further. I have never done this kind of thing before, and I clearly have some self-reflecting to do. However, that is the extent of my wrongdoings. I've seen many comments being made about others who have been sharing malicious, cruel and outright lies, with others jumping on the bandwagon, believing accusations and creating more. I am very confused by the claims and invite anyone who's made such claims to talk to me privately so I can fully understand where these have come from. I'm horrified at these accusations. I have never lied about illnesses I have, illnesses suffered by my family, or anything of that nature. Never engaged in nasty behavior, nor have I ever commented on these sites before. I read my own back in the day. I was addicted to reading what people thought of me. I am not a regular on these sites, and I'm saddened to see such misinformation being spread, and I'm saddened to see so many are making assumptions. No, I shouldn't have done it, but I posted a photo of someone queuing to go shopping during lockdown. Perhaps I should have just told her personally of my frustration and explained why I was so bothered by it during this time. The things people are allowed to go shopping, like if a shop is open, then technically technically is legal to go to it. Like, I understand social distancing, but if like Tesco's is open and someone's queuing up to go to Tesco's, are you gonna have a go at them, even though Tesco's also has unnecessary, non-essential items? Like, she could just be going to Tesco's to buy a magazine. Would you then have a go at her the same way as her queuing up to go Home Bargains to also buy a non-necessary thing? What if something in her house broke? Like, I'm saying this as like just a general, I don't know what this situation is, but just as a hypothetical, like if something in her house broke, a chair, and she needed a new chair, would you have a go at her because she went to Home Bargains and bought a chair? I just think this whole like jumping on things and posting it to these damn hate forums. I don't know the whole situation. I really don't, because I don't follow these people on the internet. I don't know what these stories were. And I understand the frustration of people going, you know, meeting up in groups in parks or going to parties or having parties in their house. I understand the frustration with that. But someone going to a shop and queuing up 2 meters away from other people and buying a chair or something and then coming back home is basically their like 1 a day walk. You might have noticed I've completely taken a step back from the online world for about a year now because I struggle to live this whole entire persona narrative. I can't try and fit in with the popular YouTube trends, and I know how things can be behind the scenes. I started this when I was 17 and I'm 25 now, and perhaps it's time for me to pack up and live offline. Again, I fully take responsibility for the foolish act of sharing the photo of someone being in a shop to motivate negative comments. It's unkind and cruel, and I know full well how damaging it is. I should have aired my frustration privately to her. I apologize profusely and ask that the witch hunt, the lies, and the jumping on bandwagons stop. I don't appreciate being called psychotic, disgusting, vile because of the things that never happened, and I'm sad that so many people are joining in instead of actually asking me. So she is sad that many people are joining in on a witch hunt instead of asking her what happened. But when she screenshotted a private story and posted it without first of all contacting the person who she took the screenshot of, that was fine. And I understand that she feels guilty and she realizes she made a mistake, but it's the thing that you don't like being done to you is what you done to someone else. And the thing is, she even said that when she started this online thing, she was addicted to reading these forums, and I think every YouTuber is. Every YouTuber reads this damn forum for like a month straight, and they cry and they're like, why does everyone hate me? So the fact that she went through that and then did that to someone else, I struggle to feel bad about anything that people say to her now, because she did this thing that she really felt bad about to someone else. Anyway, obviously don't send her death threats or don't call her ugly, don't do any of that, but I'm just saying it's very hypocritical to subject someone else to things that have happened to you that you hated. And I'm sad that so many people are joining in instead of actually asking me, and many people have been very vocal on here without knowing me, without knowing what happened, and without thought of what they're doing. I'm not making excuses. I hold my hands up. I shared a photo that someone posted online on a forum to motivate negativity, to air my frustration. It was wrong and I cannot express how sorry I am. I'm going to take some time off to reflect and work on myself. I'm just not sure I'm made for this online world. Keep safe during this mad time in the world, and again I apologize for everything I've upset by my recent actions. Bye for now. And there were some reactions to it. I'm assuming most of them were from her fans because it didn't like circulate to the other internet. So people said your very first sentence on your first tattle, so I'm assuming tattle's like one of the forums, like I've never been on it, but I know of other forums, I just don't think I know of this forum specifically, was I've been reading here for ages because I feel the same way about Brogan. So I think what you've done stems a little deeper than sharing the Home Bargains photo. You said that you personally agree with all the online bullying. That was that. Anyway, so yesterday I actually posted a video about Colleen Ballinger and the whole situation, where I basically broke down everything that happened from start to finish. And then 2 hours after I posted my video, she posted her apology video. So that was great timing on my part and on her part. It was great stuff. So people, I was bombarded by DMs and stuff just saying, hey, what do you think about this? So I watched her video. It's called Addressing Everything. And someone already pointed out a problem to me where they said this wasn't posted on her main channel, it was posted on her vlog channel, which has less subs and less viewers, I'm assuming. So people are saying, is this her way of like not publicizing this as much as possible? But I think maybe she just, I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was behind putting it on the vlog channel instead of the main channel, but that's what happened. And then someone that sent it to me said, I think this is a response that was mature, but it didn't seem genuine to me at all, because it kind of seemed a little scripted. But then I think I prefer a scripted apology that actually hits all the points than a super waffly, like not to the point apology that just makes no sense to me, you know? It's like the difference between James Charles's first apology during Bye Sister and then his second apology, which was clearly scripted, but it was so much more like cohesive and just straight to the point. And then Rachel Ballinger also posted saying, in reference to the video of me going around Twitter, I hate every word that came out of my mouth in that video. I am not the same person that was 14 years ago when that was filmed. I didn't understand the impact of my words back then. Racial stereotypes are never funny and they are not a joke. I've grown up significantly since then. I've learned and I've changed. I hope my actions as an adult have proven that. I'm truly sorry for the unacceptable jokes I made as a teenager. I promise to stay on the path of growth and try every day to be a better person than I was yesterday. So the video in itself addressed the, you know, the dog situation mentioned the racist jokes, the stereotypical jokes, and then it addressed the Adam situation in some way, shape or form. She basically said that she can't post the DMs because she doesn't feel comfortable doing that to a minor, but she has proof that she can't post. And then she said she only posted the stuff that she spoke about with his mum. And then I literally just saw this today on the Adam McIntyre account. Apparently his mum posted this. So she said, as a mother, I'd been pleased but cautious in the past to see my son happy. However, things have changed. And alongside messages I've recently been made aware of, such as this from when he was 15 and him being badmouthed by you / Corey in group chats, led to a mother-to-mother appeal. And she posted screenshots. He was like, what should I do for my Q&A? And then apparently Colleen Ballinger said, what's your favorite position? Turns out that that account was actually a Colleen Ballinger fan account, which I'm assuming his mum didn't like double check, because usually mums maybe are not aware of how Twitter works. And that just because someone is called Colleen Ballinger doesn't mean that they are actually Colleen Ballinger. Like recently I DM'd someone whose account was basically just my full name in my old display picture, and I just want them to change it because when they're replying to YouTubers, it looks like I'm replying to YouTubers. So please don't do that. Please don't make accounts of my full name and trying to make it look like exactly what my account looks like. Please don't do that. That's creepy and it can lead to a lot of problems like this. So please don't do that. Thank you. I love when people make accounts for me, but I like when they are very clearly not accounts of me, like they're meme accounts, but it doesn't say like Angelika Oles and then like my display picture, and because it just at face value looks like it's me replying to people. So there's just a lot going on that we're probably not aware of behind the scenes. Who even knows if this was his mum? This could be him tweeting this out because we don't know. But then I asked you guys what you thought of the apology, and so Cody Tyler actually said she left out certain things like the leaking girl's vagina comment, her using the R word, jokes about, and that is extremely disappointing to me. I'm glad she did address the Adam situation finally and showed the DMs I literally begged her to share once I saw them. I feel like the video was also too short for the seriousness of some of the allegations. Jenna Marbles made a 40+ minute video about her fishes, but I get a 13-ish minute video about being racist and a bunch of other things. This doesn't sit well with me. And someone said she apologized, everyone's different. We both know Colleen is very emotional and probably wouldn't last 40 minutes. Just because it doesn't satisfy you doesn't invalidate or make it any less of an apology. Someone said, probably the best apology video I've seen. I feel like she addressed everything and didn't make any excuses, but she did that thing where she said she has receipts and never showed them. Someone said, I don't take it, she's weird. At the end of the day, she was a full-grown adult having really off interactions with a young minor. And someone said, I kind of agree. To be honest, like, I feel like she's just saying this because it's a way to shut down the drama, but I guess she can't do anything right. There's someone else said, plus it's not like 10 years ago she was a child. She was literally 20 when she said such awful things. Even I am 19 and I know better than to say hateful, discriminatory things. Someone else said, I think it was one of the best YouTube apologies we've seen, to be honest. Seems very sincere and genuine. She tries to address everything in a mature, responsible way. As someone who's quite affected by it all, it's put my mind at ease a lot, if that means anything. So that's the tea on Colleen Ballinger. I think that's the end. I also want to make it very clear that I didn't make some of the allegations that, for example, Kendall Ray, she's like a true crime YouTuber, she's got a podcast, recently tweeted out saying like, oh, this Colleen Ballinger thing is going too far, people calling her a pedo. No drama channels are doing that. It's literally just like people that really hate Colleen that are doing that. No drama channels are doing it. And I actually want to post a segment of my last video where I said that she is not a child groomer. And then James says, sure, this is fair. It's not like they were used dirty underwear. They were brand new with the tag on. He begged for them for months straight, was excited to get them, and the Miranda character is obviously weird. Smart choice, probably not. Child groomer, absolutely not. I don't think she's a child groomer. If anyone is saying that, I don't think she's a child groomer. That's so like far past the line that we are drawing here. What we're saying is it's inappropriate for an adult to have that kind of a close connection with a child and tell them ins and outs of their divorce and ins and outs of things that a child probably shouldn't be hearing about. So I think that's where I'm drawing the line of like, this is inappropriate more than she's a child groomer, because I don't think that's where I'm going with this. But if someone's going that far with it, sure, let's call it out. So I don't think she's a child groomer, but at the same time, I also don't think this is appropriate. So I think, you know, this is like grey zone. Like, she's not completely like an awful human being. She's also not innocent. I think she's in that like grey zone that you don't really know what to do with. So I just want to make it very clear that not once did I call her a child groomer or a pedo, just in case anyone wants to make that allegation about me. It doesn't happen. Not here, not on this channel, unless someone is actually a pedo or a child groomer. So thank you for that. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens. So hit that bell, be notified when that's happening, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.